Hey, my YouTube family. I'm just sitting here just saying, want to do some real talk with SisCece here, but mm-mm, mm-mm. Blessings to y'all. Hope everybody's blessed and being a blessing and all that good stuff. You're gonna be blessed no matter what. Anyway, I'm just sitting here just thinking. I was shaking my head. I was talking to this person that want to be with me and wanted to date and all that stuff, and I told him I'm not ready for no dating. You sometimes people don't understand that when you been through some stuff, you just want to take your time to get to know someone, not rushing or nothing. Everybody got their own standards and their own boundaries and all this. So you should have boundaries. But after going through a relationship that I just got of, and I'm not mentioning people names and stuff, but y'all that know me personally know that I've been through a relationship that was just, it was good at first, y'all, and that's how I usually be. But then after the years, after 12 years, it just seemed like it went downhill a little bit, and it's like we couldn't just see eye to eye. And I ain't gonna blame it on him, because you're supposed to learn from the relationships that you be in. It ain't always that man's fault. It ain't always that woman's fault. You play a role in it too, okay? And so I did play a role in it. And there are some things in my life that God is still working on. I know we'll never arrive, y'all, and we ain't gonna be perfect, but before I get into a relationship, there's some things I gotta examine. And that person is me by looking in the mirror, because there's so many things that a relationship entails. I mean, it's not just about you no more. It's about that other person. And sometimes in a relationship, you can't be selfish. I'm learning that, you got to be able to give, whether it's your time, your money, love, sex, communication, spending time with that person and spending time with their family, their friends. It's a lot, yeah. And so even at my age, it's like you think, because of age is just a number, I'm telling you. Because sometimes, you can be 19 and mature than some of us 30 and 40-year-olds. And sometimes they say experience is the best teacher. Let me turn this TV down, y'all. But experience is the best teacher. And I think to a certain point it is. But sometimes just knowing some stuff, okay? Seeing people going through things can be as also experience. Use experience because you seeing them going through stuff. I'm just saying that, I don't want to jump into the frying pan again. This time I just want to take it slow and get to know a person and let them learn me, and not just my body, but let them get to know my mind. Let them, what I'm saying, just be a friend first. And some of these men seem like they're having a hard time want to be a friend first. It's like they thinking with the wrong head. That's all I'm trying to say, y'all. They thinking with the wrong head. And me as a mature woman, I'm quite sure a lot of young women might be, but some of y'all ain't. You need more than just sex to survive in a relationship. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with somebody, laying pipe and good, strong, and long, but you need more than just that. What else are they bringing to the table besides that? Can you communicate with them? Can they talk about stuff? Are they compassionate? Do they have some of the interests that you have? Do they like to do some of the things that you like to do? I mean, is they able to bend and compromise? Is they able to laugh sometimes? Have some humor? Is they just thinking about, you and that's it? Because my life can't be involved around you, just me. I don't want some man to just think that I'm his all. I can't be your everything. Only God can come up and do all of that. I mean, you need to be complete within yourself. I can't be your mother. I ain't trying to raise no another son. I ain't trying to, do all of that. I mean, if God meant for me to be with a younger man, wherever he meant for me to be with, that's fine with God. That's fine with me. I'll make that decision. But maturity got to be there. I mean, we got to be able to discuss, all kind of topics, all kind of things. I want to talk to you. If I want to wake up in the middle of the night, I want to be able to talk to you. If I get up in the morning, I want to be able to talk to you. And all the other stuff, that's going to come. That's going to fall right into place. Once I get to know you and we get to know each other and talking, spending time together, and me meeting your family and you meeting some of my family, because my family mostly in Louisiana, but I got some out here. But I'm just saying, it just takes time and work. And I guess as I look back at some of the relationships that I've been in, I ain't been in too many, but I have been in some. I've been through some. Is that I was just kind of selfish with my time, I think, because you got to have time with that man or that that woman you trying to get with. You got to make time for them. If you working all the time or workaholic, you got to make time for your family or your woman that you really want to be with. If you stingy, you don't need to be in a relationship, because it's going to take sometimes sharing some of your money and some of your time with this woman or man. If and if you thinking about just always, on the upkeep, girl or sir, whoever you are, get your own. That's all I can say. Keep your own hair and nails done. If you know that you high maintenance, then and you expect your husband to do everything that he can on his budget because rent is due and everything else is due, and then go out and do what you do to do you. Okay. Don't expect that man to be your all in all. Took care of you. You had it before he came on the picture. Keep doing it. Don't expect him to do everything or that woman to do everything. Because some men now looking for women that are self-sufficient. I can't be that woman to you because I'm almost living on a fixed income. Is it going to stay like that forever? I don't know. But right now it's like that. I come real, just as real as it can get. And so I would have to have a man to understand all the sickness I'm going through, all the illness I'm going through. He has to be a strong-minded person, someone that's willing to be open-minded. Someone that's not so narrow-minded, someone that's compassionate, someone that's understanding, someone that's willing to bend sometimes. Amen. It's just, it's a lot with relationships, y'all. I'm just telling you. You got to be able to put them lead on the table. Okay, honey, I got this. What you bringing to the table? If if I got to pull things out of you, can't even have a conversation on the phone. How are we going to talk in public? And we meet in stuff. How are we going to talk when we meet face to face? If you can't even talk to me on the phone, you can't even carry a conversation on. Okay, you got to be able to talk to me more than sex. I'm just saying, at my age, I don't know about other women. Maybe I just if I wanted a one night stand, or I wanted friends with benefits, I wouldn't mind just talking about sex. But I'm all that and a bag of chips, y'all. I'm looking for more than just sex. Sex is good in its place, and I love it and all that stuff. But when is being a woman of God, and I ain't saying I'm perfect, and I ain't saying that, what I'm saying, I ain't fell down short or I ain't fornicated and all that. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to just, whew, I got my standards a little bit high, and maybe I'm gonna be alone because of that. But I know there's God said He got somebody out there for everybody. I believe that, y'all. And I believe that I don't want a man that's so religious but he ain't no earthly good either. Because all you do is talk about God and Jesus. What about us? What about the people in the world today? Every time I look around, you can't even get to know me because it's always Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. We already know Jesus, but you got to get to know SisCece here. So I don't want someone that's so religious where I can't watch TV. I can't go to the movies. I can't wear this. I can't dance with you. Oh no, honey, that's too much too. It's got to be a balance there, okay? He can't watch it. I don't watch too much gory stuff, y'all, because I used to be I'm telling you, I loved my scary movies. But as you get closer to God, it's like some things just start coming off. You just don't want it no more. It's in your spirit. You just can't even, like all that gore and stuff. Some of these movies where they cutting up people and all that, I just can't. It's not gonna work no more. Just some things that just ain't gonna work. I watch porn. Hey, if I get married, I'll watch porn with my husband. I ain't afraid to watch some porn if he want to watch that. That's my husband. The Bible said a marriage bed is undefiled. If I want to turn flips or whatever else I want to do, that's my husband. I can do that. But it won't be no third party going on here. I ain't finna have no origin. I ain't sharing my man. That's my man. That's my husband. That's mine. Okay. I took vows there. Ain't nobody else coming up in my bed. That ain't working. So I'm saying you got to really get to know somebody and talk to them. Spend time talking instead of always spending time jumping and spend time in the bed and all that. Now, if you want friends with benefits and you don't want no long-term relationship and you just want to have your cake and eat it too and y'all want to open relationships and all that stuff, then that's for you. Do what you do. But with me, myself, and I want somebody to get to know me and take the time to learn about me, okay? And get to know my likes, dislikes, and I get to know his, and we go out and have a good time and all that. And and when you have a good time, that means you ain't coming in to get nothing. Ain't nothing jumping off here. So I'm just saying, it's just, maybe they're just me today. I'm kind of old fashioned, I guess. I don't know. As I'm getting older, it just that my standards and rose up. I think that's what that is. I'm just done with all the BS. And men want to play games with me, or they think because you big or you are lonely and you'll just go for anything, and you'll just accept anything because they think you ain't that attractive. And I don't know what your word of attraction is, but to me, I am all that and a bag of chips, and I feel that way because God made me that way. He made us all unique, okay? And you got to be confident in yourself. That don't mean you thinking I'm Beyonce or somebody else or looking good, Holly Berry or nothing like that. But hey, I carry my weight well. That's what I feel. And whoever, they like it, they like it. They don't, they don't. And that's okay. Rejection hurts too, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with, if I got to be alone to be happy, then that's okay too. Because I'm happy with and I'm happy without. So, but I prefer to be married. And that's one day, that's my desire. That's my desire. It might not be your desire. It might not be somebody else's desire. We just got to fit in where we can get in. Okay. That's how I feel. But I ain't finna bend and lower my standards to be with somebody. Nope, I'm not going to do it no more. I did it for so many years, y'all, where I was just lowering my standards. And they probably was lowering theirs. I ain't saying I'm that what they've been with me, but if they didn't want me, they would have took off. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't have been with me that long. But see, I'm like glue. Once a man get with me, they seem to get stuck. Okay. I don't know what it is, but I'm just saying that's what happens. But I'm going to be stuck with somebody that wants to be stuck. I want to be stuck with somebody that's going to go through the ups and the downs, the good and the bad, the tough. You know what I'm saying? Going to be there with you for the long haul. If y'all know what I mean, for the long haul. However that is, whatever length that is, that's what I'm about. I'm one man's woman. That's it. That's it. I am faithful to my man. I'm loyal to him. I'm there for him. And I'll do my best to be there for him. But right now, Miss SisCece ain't trying to settle with nobody. I'm trying to heal. God trying to heal my heart, y'all. And sometimes you need healing. Don't just jump into a relationship. Stop doing that. Stay by yourself sometime. Get to know who you are. Get to know what you want in your life. Get to know what you don't want. Get to know your likes. Go to the movie by yourself. Wine and dine yourself. Get yourself some flowers. Get yourself that new suit. Go out. Look good and feel good about yourself. Amen. You don't need a man or woman, nobody to validate who you are and how you feel. Validate yourself. Uplift yourself every day. And I might not look the way other people think I should look, and she don't wear makeup, and look at her hair, and ooh, Lord, she need to lose some weight and all this stuff. And I know none of y'all comment on here like that. And I appreciate you, but it would be nice to have comments sometime. But what I'm saying is I don't have to have all of that. I don't care what it is. If people think what they think and say what they want to say, I'm still going to be SisCece and be who I am, because I am who I am. That's it. That's all she wrote on that note. But I just want to share that with y'all. It's just that, I just got to heal because I loved this man very much. And I loved it from the heart. When I love somebody, I love with the heart. I love with everything in me. And I got to stop loving my all and giving my all if that person ain't loving you the same way. Sometimes we as women can give, but then are we receiving that same love back? Are we getting that back to us? Are we just giving where we ain't got no more to give? And then we selling ourselves short, trying to please another person. And that's not the way it should be. Amen. We got to first love ourselves, because if I don't love me, how am I going to love another man? How am I going to love other people if I can't love myself? How am I going to validate you if I can't validate myself? How am I going to encourage you when I can't encourage myself and uplift myself? We first we love God, but then we got to love ourselves. because God wants us to love ourselves. If I have to love me first, and that's not a selfish thing. It's just saying that I gotta to love me, because that's when you attract what you are. And I believe all these years I was attracting the wrong men because I didn't have no standards. I didn't put up no boundaries. I didn't lay my cards on the table first. I just, whatever they say, that's it. I went for it and that's it. It wasn't like, okay, I should have laid my standards on the table in the beginning. That's what you should do. And I learned so much from these relationships that I've been in that, I have to spend time with their families. I'm selfish like that. That's hard, antisocial, whatever you want to call it. A man got to have family. A woman going to have family. You got to spend time with the in-laws. You got to spend time with the family. You got to get to know them. You got to spend time with their children, their grandchildren. Or, nieces, nephews. They ain't got no children. The dogs, the cats. You got to talk to them about all that. Because some people ain't got children. They got an animal you got to get used to. Well, I mean, all these things are in dating, and before you commit yourself to a person, you got to get to know them. That's why you ask questions. That's why you talk. That's why y'all sit down and talk. Go out and talk sometime, so you can get to know what they likes, what's they dislikes. You already know before you even commit to that person. You should already know whether you want to deal with this person or not, because they was honest and upfront with you. And some people just don't do that, and that's the problem today. Some of these men, some of these women ain't being upfront. They're not telling you like it TIEs, okay? They're not telling you like that. I said TDJs used to always say, tell it like it TIEs, but they're not telling you that. And so I think that part of my relationships was messed up with communications and having trust there. Trust is very important, because if you don't have trust in a relationship, it's not going to work. It's going to fall down anyway. You got to have trust, okay? And if that person can't believe you, that's on them. Goodbye. See you. Because you say what you say, you can't change who you are. You didn't say what you said, you didn't put it on the table, they still don't believe you, then the hell with them. Simple, to the point, to the fact, nothing else about it. Because if they can't believe what you said after all these years, or believe you in a relationship, they don't need to be with you. Because if you're going to come and give your all and be transparent and be vulnerable with a person, and they can't be vulnerable with you, then how's that going to work? I'm telling you all this stuff, but you ain't telling me stuff. I'm being truthful and honest, but you don't believe me. And if you got stuff and if you got like a lot of extra baggage, don't get in a relationship right away. You got stuff you got to heal, you got to be delivered from. You stay by yourself till you get healed, till you get whole. Okay? Ain't nobody going to save you in a relationship. You got to save yourself. You got to be whole for that person. I'm just letting you know, I've learned this from so many relationships that I've been in. And I'm learning all these things through each man I be with. I learned something from them. And even though they don't think I learned a lot, but I have. I learned a lot. I've been with this man, was 12 years I was with him. And I learned a lot. And I learned a lot. And although, we going apart, I still have love for him in my heart as a friend. But I'm just saying, it's just that I'm telling you, get yourself together first. If you want a relationship, don't bring all that baggage. You ain't perfect. You're going to bring some stuff to the table that he might not like, but he's able to deal with it. Or she might not like and she's able to deal with it. But what I'm saying, if you're going through major depression, if you're going through problems with in-laws, if you got the baby's daddy, the mama's drama, all this kind of stuff, if you're going through something that you know that you can't, express to him, and you hiding stuff, if you're a womanizer, if you're an alcoholic, if you're on drugs, the list can go on and on. I'm just telling you, get yourself together first. If you cannot wine and dine, if you're stingy, you cannot take a woman on a date. You can't help a man out sometimes. I don't do that. That's for the man to do. If you're thinking like all of that, then you need to be by yourself for a while, because you don't understand that it ain't stereotypes sometimes. A man should be doing this and a woman to do that. These days, a woman can wine and dine just as a man can. So it's just things that I got to work on, develop, that next time I'll know better and do better in a relationship. Because, and then I know men is more sex oriented than some women are. And it's like, I got to find somebody that's on my level with that. And my problem is with God, y'all. I'm telling you, that's the biggest issue because of fornication. And I done slipped and slide with fornication a couple times, but there are some things that God is like, he's just not pleased with. And I'm saying I can't do it, but he ain't pleased with it. And I just want to please him. And I have a problem with that. So it's like I got to get someone that probably on the same level that I'm on that want to wait. And that's got to be God got to put that together because a lot of men, they want sex. They want to be able to hold you. They want to be able to make love to you. They want to be able to anytime, day or night, and not put even afternoon, meet them on a job. Y'all know the back seat, front seat, the sink, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to keep it as clean as I can. I'm just saying that when you get a man, that's what they want. They want sex. They want to be able to please you in the bed and off the bed. And I have problems with the in the bed stuff. And so am I going to have that problem in the future? I don't know. I might not. That's something God got to work on me, and whoever I meet, me and him will talk about it. But I love sex. It's just that it depends on who it's with, how they treating me. I react to a lot of stuff when it comes to that. And so there's some hangups that I got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Between me and the Lord and that man. And also, when you have a relationship, everybody don't need to be in your business. I'm learning that. I think that messed up some of my relationships. Not your son, not your mother, not your father, not your sister, your brothers, not even your friends. You keep talking about, oh, he did this and she did that. Sometimes learn to keep things between you and that man or you and that woman, okay? Because sometimes we put it out there, and then that makes them look bad when you have something to do with it too. It wasn't just them; it was you too. And so I'm learning all this stuff, y'all. And it's like you got to sometimes keep personal things between you and that man. Everybody don't need to know what's going on in your bedroom or in your house. And so I'm just giving y'all some tidbits because of what I've been through, okay? I'm just letting y'all know that it's just not it. Learn to talk to him. If you can't talk to him, why you with him? You should be able to talk to him about almost anything, okay? If there's a problem y'all going through and y'all can't work it out, there is counseling there. A lot of people, especially us black people, don't want to believe in counseling and going to counseling, but counseling is there to help you. You don't know what they've been through. They ain't just have book knowledge. They probably went through all this. That's why they're a counselor, because they want to help people to better their relationships. Is there going to be problems? Yeah, there going to be problems, but we got to put the work together, you and I. But what I'm saying is that counselor is there to help mediate, to see what could the problem be? What is it? What's going on? It might bring out things that we don't even know about. And so I'm just saying, y'all, it's a lot of work with relationships. So for me, myself, and I, after all this is done, I'm just going to stay alone for a while and be happy. Sometimes you got to be fancy free and foot loose. Does that mean anybody going to come and approach me and do anything like they want to do? Nope, because I got boundaries put up. I got walls put up. I'm under construction right now. God is healing me. And that's the best place to be, is under the wings of God, so he can heal and deliver, so he can prepare me for the mate that he has me for. I've been waiting so many years for this man, and I will wait it out with a man. That's my problem, y'all. I keep waiting and waiting and waiting. Even when it ain't good, I'll wait and wait and wait. And that ain't good either. You got to have boundaries. Okay, you got to have boundaries. You got to put your foot down, because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So you got to have boundaries in your life, and you got to use those boundaries, whether it's hurting, you think it's hurting somebody or not. But what about you? And so you got to be selfish about that, because people will walk over you. They will treat you any kind of way if you allow them to. They'll talk to you any kind of way if you allow them to. They would do whatever they want to do if you allow them to. So you got to have boundaries in your life. Well, look, I'm not going to tolerate that behavior. I'm not going to do it. And if you don't like it, there's the door. If you don't like it, don't talk to me. Ease on down the road, okay? And so I'm just saying, with relationships, y'all, I just want to be free for a while. I don't know, just it's up to you how you want to do a relationship. It just did. I just want to have a real talk with y'all from SisCece. It's I'm just keeping it real with y'all. These relationships takes work. And a lot of married people, y'all hanging in there, and if you can't work it out, maybe it's time to go and move on. Sometimes we hung in there for years waiting for this person to change, and they ain't changed yet. How long are you gonna keep waiting for them to change? And you happy, you smiling on the inside, but you're hurting on the outside. I mean, if you ain't willing to work and on this relationship and help me and change the habits and the things that you're doing that keep irritating me and causing problems, then this ain't gonna work. We got to work this out together. I can't work it by myself. It's too much. And so sometimes we just got to let go and let God with some people, even if it ain't a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband and wife relationship, even friendship. Sometimes you got to cut them loose because they're tearing you down. Even your own young adults, your own children, your own grandchildren, niece and nephew, you got to let it go. Because why? They tearing you down. Because like I said, you got to love yourself. I know the Bible says to love others like you love yourself, but not more than you love yourself. Because I tell you, because a house divided against itself gonna fall. If I keep tearing me down, ain't gonna be no more me. I'll be doing what or being or doing who you want me to be and not being who I am myself. I just want somebody to love me for who I am, okay? I don't have to do a lot of changing. They love me for who I am, like the way I do. And so I just want to come on here and say that and share that with y'all. I know it's been a minute. I've been talking and going off, but I'm just letting y'all know it's just, life is just too short. Life is too short to not to play a role. Life is too short. You got enough roles when you look on YouTube and you look on social media. You can see all the drama you want to see. Put on a movie. You can see drama. You don't need to keep having it in your house, okay? You don't need to keep putting up with it. And so I'm just saying, it's just, I'm just doing me and putting up my boundaries. And I feel good doing that. I feel good saying no. I feel good putting up boundaries. And I feel good loving who I am. Even though some people might not like it. Some things about me I ain't like. I'm changing, y'all. I'm evolving here. It's a new year, a new beginning. But I'm working on me. There's things in me I don't like my weight. I'm trying to change it. I'm working on that. If I don't like something about my personality, I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to be that prodigal woman one day so I can be good to my mate when he come. And it's some work. It's some work. And I'm willing to do that for him, for myself, for my family, and above all, for God, okay? And I just thank y'all for just tuning in to me. Hope you got something out of these tidbits. This word from Sister Cece here, and hope you come back and enjoy another Real Talk with Sister Cece. And y'all go ahead and like, subscribe, share my channel. And God bless you and stay blessed and stay doing you and stay happy. My son always said that. I want to use that. Just stay happy. No matter what you're doing, just stay happy. Okay? I might not agree and you might not agree with me. That's between you and that man above and the person you with. But God bless y'all. Till next time. Remember that I love you, but Jesus loves you more. Bye-bye.